Good morning, thanks for joining us. Today we're going to be joined by Kirsty Williams, who is our Global Sales Manager at GT Maritime, and she'll be talking through the 3 new security-focused enhancements to GTML Plus. Okay, I can see everyone joining. I think that's about everyone, so over to you, Kirsty.
Hello everyone, thank you for joining our webinar today. I'm Kirsty Williams, the Global Sales Manager at GT Maritime. I want to spend a little time today focusing on our new GTML Plus security focused enhancements. I want to cover the enhancements in some detail, our reasoning for undertaking this project internally, and also a short demo. We want you to feel secure in your selection of GT Maritime as your maritime communications software provider, so you can rest assured that we're working in the best interest of all our customers and end users. Throughout this session, I'll be discussing the proactive steps which GT Maritime have taken to identify and implement improvements to our flagship GTML Plus software in order to assist with mitigating the threat of malicious malware attacks. In recent times, the maritime industry has become increasingly conscious of growing cybersecurity threats. It is a prevalent topic on all social media platforms and, of course, features heavily too in industry press. At a time where malicious threats are becoming ever more frequent, with high-profile attacks affecting daily operations at sea and costing thousands of dollars, safeguarding against corruption is high on everyone's agenda. As a direct response to cyber attacks and to protect your vessel operations, GT Maritime have developed a 3-pronged approach by embedding advanced threat protection, anti-phishing and archiving features into GTML Plus as standard. These features will not be version dependent and will soon be rolled out by GT Maritime using hub-based controls. This means no intervention will be required by our customers or the vessels themselves, ensuring a smooth and seamless enhancement process. At GT Maritime, we are heavily invested in the continuous improvement of our product suite to meet the demands of an ever-changing maritime environment. We take the responsibility for supplying our customers with safety and security-focused solutions very seriously, and to deliver on this, we must constantly review and assess our offerings, driving innovation and mitigating risks posed to our users. As part of our evolving product management cycle, we engage regularly with our partners to gather industry feedback on our solutions, understand where they see potential developments across our product suite, and look to solve their problems by being creative in our approach. To support the development of our new security-focused features, we undertook significant research. Concerningly, our findings serve to identify the true lengths which cyber attackers will go to severely disrupt operations and obtain personal and sensitive data in the process. As you can see in this slide, last year, Cybersecurity Ventures predicted the total cost of damage caused by ransomware was to exceed over $5 billion, and other information we collated suggested that around 90% of all cyber attacks begin with a phishing email. It became very clear that we must act fast to bolster our GTML Plus solution and protect our customers from the advancing sophisticated and malicious cyber attacks. Cybercrime is projected to exceed $2 trillion by 2019, and malware is the primary culprit in many of these security breaches. Today's malware has become so sophisticated that it can detect and outsmart next-generation security systems, including those with the latest sandbox appliances, firewalls and IPS. Unlike those other technologies, GT Maritime's ATP solution is proven to defeat the most advanced and evasive malware. Sophisticated malware can now determine whether it is live on a user device or inside an environment such as a sandbox or a virtual machine instance. Once it detects these environments, it alters its behaviour to avoid detection. ATP's deep content inspection is smart enough to remain hidden while determining which malicious objects are capable of evasion techniques, and then provide the appropriate input to analyse the complete range of malicious behaviour. Okay, ATP, Advanced Threat Protection and Benefits. Deep content inspection, which is designed to provide complete visibility into malware behaviour whilst remaining hidden. Zero download or administration. ATP is a fully managed service by GT Maritime. No software installation is required on board the vessel. Global Threat Intelligence Network. Our expert partnerships allow for automatic sharing with all ATP partners. This means the malware behaviours and indicators of compromise of every malicious object that ATP has curated and analysed. Complete system emulation with its all-encompassing intelligent environment. Unmatched accuracy. Further to a competitor review, our solution delivered 100% threat detection in 2017 NSS Labs Breach Detection Systems group test for the second year in a row, outperforming every other vendor in this sector. Behaviour-based. Observation of 100% of the actions that a malicious object may take, even when those actions are delegated to the operating system or other programs. Don't just take our word for how great this solution is. NSS Labs, an independent security researcher, performed rigorous testing on security technologies on the market. Some results of this testing can be seen here. In the table on the right of this slide, you will notice Checkpoint have received an NSS Labs score of 95%. Fortinet have received a score of 85%. FireEye are at the lower end of 50%. And Lastline are the only vendor on the market to receive 100% threat detection rate in all test categories for the last 2 years running. No other vendor or product on the market has ever achieved this security score in over 20 years. Our GT Archiving is an integrated cloud-based email archiving platform, providing customers with quick access to data. It provides a robust and scalable solution, enabling customers to manage mailboxes, e-discovery and litigation assistance, resulting in the need for fewer IT resources and ultimately lowering costs. We all know data has become critical to our businesses. Our archiving solution allows for fast, safe and secure access plus retrieval of all emails with searchable date parameters to help reduce business risks and ensure legal compliance. You don't need to endlessly scroll through copies of emails anymore. Make it quick and easy by taking advantage of this feature. You simply need a Shore-based login and you're all set. Okay, archiving and its benefits. 7-year retention of emails, providing robust legal compliance. Financial control per vessel pricing with unlimited email volume and unlimited mailboxes to provide financial predictability. Flexible and scalable, simple and easy to add or remove new vessels or mailboxes. Rapid search, provides access to retrieve archived email within seconds. Encrypted and secure archiving, multiple data stores across multiple locations to provide constant availability. Litigation support, provides comprehensive compliance and supports e-discovery. Archive access history, completes log of all searches and message views. Why is archiving important? Did you know as many as 75% of a company's intellectual property is contained within email and messaging systems? I will be handing over here to my colleague Rob Preston. He is our technical sales engineer. We think it will be interesting for you to see a live demo of the archiving feature in action.
Thanks, Kirsty. So now we will demonstrate the process on how to access the archive. When you log into the GT Maritime dashboard, you will see the GT Archive tab. If you don't see this yet, contact support to allow your user account access for the GT archiving. So with the archive, as Kirsty just mentioned, you will have access to 7 years of your vessel's email data. By default, only ship-to-shore and shore-to-ship emails are archived. Should you wish to include local vessel emails, for example the master to the chief engineer, this can also be included by simply selecting the option Include Internal Vessel Messages. This does require you to be running version 2 of GTML+. However, if your vessels are not running this version, I'd recommend upgrading where possible so you benefit from all the latest enhancements. One important consideration when including internal vessel emails is additional bandwidth will be consumed in order to pull the data up to the cloud archive. Okay, now let's take a look how to retrieve messages from the archive. From the search menu, You will have the ability to search using various different search criteria, depending how specific you would like your search to be. In this example, I want to retrieve all emails from February. In the start date, I would simply select the beginning of February, and then the end date as the end of February, and then simply click on search. This will now search the archive and give you a list of all of the emails. So we can see here at the bottom of the page, it is showing there are 35 entries. You can either select each message individually, or we can select this button at the top of the page and it will select all the messages. Now all 35 messages are selected, we simply click on Retrieve from Archive. This process does use two-factor authentication, so only authorised personnel are able to access the archive. Simply click on Generate Passcode and you will receive an email with your one-time use passcode. Once you receive your email, within the email will contain a link to the download of your messages. Simply click on this link and the archived messages will download. They'll be contained in a zip format, and within the zip format all your emails will be contained in an EML format. These can be simply opened within Outlook by simply clicking on them to open them up. I hope this demonstration has been informative for you, and with that I will hand you back over to Kirsty.
Anti-phishing. To prevent our customers from becoming another phishing statistic, GT Maritime presents our anti-phishing feature. Anti-phishing is designed to give you comprehensive protection against the latest type of email social engineering attacks. Phishing is a type of attack often used to steal data, including login credentials and bank details. It happens when an attacker, masquerading as a trusted entity, tricks a victim into opening an email. The recipient is then tricked into opening a malicious link or responding with sensitive information, which can lead to the installation of malware, the freezing of the system, or the revealing of sensitive information. An attack can leave devastating results. This includes prolonged operational downtime, the stealing of funds, or identity theft. GT Maritime's anti-phishing solution detects and prevents against phishing attacks, safeguarding your communication and potentially saving you millions. 91% of cyber attacks start with a phishing email. Anti-phishing and the benefits. Real-time protection. Detect social engineering attempts. End-user protection. Tags potentially suspicious emails. Complete control. Administrative control of the quarantine for release and blocking of quarantined content. Targeted threat database. Maintains custom suspicious terms. Observes newly created domains. Protects against newly created domains used to attack. Spoofing protection. Detects spoofing attempts containing display name and reply to mismatch. How does anti-phishing work? We validate the sending domain. We check for heading mismatching. We review keyword content based on a database of known attack phrases. We cover display name analysis to recognise spoofing. So, to summarise, all of these enhancements are now live within the GT Maritime infrastructure. Further to previous customer correspondence, we will be rolling out the enhancements systematically across March and April 2018. Thanks again for joining. I hope you found the session to be interesting and informative. If you do have any questions from the session, please type them in the chat box to the right of the screen and we will provide answers in due course.
Brilliant. Thanks, Kirsty. As Kirsty's just said, if you have any questions, please type them into the chat box on the right hand side. We're on hand to answer them. I can see a few questions here, so we can just reply to those on the right. As with our other webinars, you can go back and watch them again at partners.gtmaritime.com, and this is our partner portal. On here you'll find not only the knowledge base where you can search to get instant answers to some of your questions. You'll also find a lot of the collateral, the brochures, any helpful sales literature. And on there as well is all of the previous webinars, so you can watch them at any time you wish. Okay, well, thanks again for joining. And again, if you've got any questions, feel free to either put them in the right-hand box or email us after the webinar's finished. But thanks again, Kirsty.